Alright, I'm finally back with another video. It's finally about time that I get to these plushies or these Squishmallows or whatever they are. But yeah. So anyways, like before I start like showing them off, I'd like to say that I've had these things for like at least 3 years. Maybe a little longer than that, but all I know is I got these for my birthday, like all four of them together, because I think they came in a pack or something. So yeah. But let's not waste any time and get started with it already. So I guess I'll start off with obviously that's Mothra right there. So, and these things are huge too. I gotta like pan out the camera like all the way to the back over here, and then I gotta like reach over just to grab these things. So, but anyways, I'm gonna start off with Mothra right here, and yeah, she looks like Mothra. And it says Mothra. These are pretty cool tags too. I'm surprised like these tags have been intact all of these years, especially since they've been sitting on my bed and the amount of times I've like sat on them too. But then, um, anyways, here's the inside of the tag. You see a picture of Mothra, their name right there. I really wish they kind of gave these tags like a sort of biography or like a little read up about each monster, but it's cool. It could have just said like Mothra, the giant moth monster or something with a little synopsis, but it's cool. So then, taking a close look at Mothra right here, she's got her antennas right here, her iconic blue eyes. There's her mouth, and then the orange stripe that like goes down with that little black one right there down the middle. And then I assume this is like Mothra's underside, like whenever she's flying, so that's cool. It's very soft as well right here. And then Mothra has surprisingly very detailed wings. I mean, they are small, but there's still a surprising amount of detail on there. Better than a movie monster series figure. That's like, look at that. But yeah, I like the color schemes they've been like going with this. And then here's the tag, like I guess like the thing so you know this thing is officially licensed by Toho. So yeah, and then Squishmallow. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Mothra. Let's move on to Godzilla. I'm just gonna let them stay knocked over like that. But anyways, here's Godzilla. Got his clawed hands. He looks surprisingly jolly, but it would have been cool if he had like a mean expression, but it's cool. So start off with his tag, and yeah, I know these tags aren't in the best condition, so it's kind of a fault on my end, but I don't really care about tags that much, but like, oh my god. It's so noticeable. Like, I know some people might get a bit angry at that, but my bad. But yeah, there's Godzilla, there's his tag. Oh yeah, and then, yeah, there's Godzilla in there. They could have put like King of the Monsters or something like that. So anyways, you got Godzilla right here. He's holding both of his claws to like his chest, I guess. And then he has like very happy teeth right there. And then you also got his dorsal fins right here, which look pretty decent. So yeah, those are cool. And then, oh yeah, his little tail right here too. And that's all for Godzilla. Let's move on to, obviously this is obviously Mogira right here, but anyways, yeah, we got Mecha Godzilla right here. Kind of looks the same as like Godzilla, like expression wise. Like he's so jolly, but he kind of looks creepy. Not gonna lie, with those yellow eyes, just like poking out like that. I guess popping out or poking out. I don't know, but yeah. But Mechagodzilla has like a really cool silver type of fabric, I guess you would call it, on him. And you got his um these red circles, they aren't his cheeks, they go on his ears, so yeah. But they kind of look like they're his like facial cheeks, what I guess you'd call them. But yeah, he's got like the same expression again like Godzilla, like same kind of hand movement, I guess, or hand placement, like near his chest area where the chest lightning comes out, and then another tail right here, and then the robotic looking dorsal plates that Mechagodzilla has. And obviously I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure this one's based off the show of Godzilla, or the show of Mechagodzilla. Obviously I won't see why it would be based off any other Mechagodzilla. But yeah, and then you could tell there's like loose thread on this. This one's not exactly in like the best condition, but yeah. But surprisingly, I think his tag might be like the best condition out of all the tags on these. So yeah. So Mechagodzilla's tag. They could have put the bionic monster or something like that. The robot monster. But yeah, that's Mechagodzilla. And then last but not least, we got Rodan. So Rodan, I'm pretty sure this one's supposed to be based off Fire Rodan, because he's got the little spikes like going on over here, along with the color scheme, I guess, as well. So yeah. So I guess this one's Fire Rodan, but on the tag it just says Rodan. And they could have put Rodan, the giant pteranodon irradiated monster, I guess. And then Rodan, like Mothra, also has little wings. So there's one right here, and one right here on the right side. Technically, it would be my left side, but yeah. And then Rodan's eyes, yeah. His beak, or his pecker. And then you got his chest area that goes down with a bunch of spikes right there. And of course he has a little tail right here too. And yeah, it's Rodan. And honestly, I think my favorite ones out of these four, or my most favorite one, has to be the Mothra one. I just like the way she's detailed and like everything. And I'm pretty sure that's the Heisei Mothra too. So yeah, that's all the Squishmallows. I wish they kind of made, I don't know if they made more, but if they did at some point, I kind of wish they would make an Anguirus maybe, or maybe a Space Godzilla. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, let's move on to comparisons. So for the first comparison, I have the Kid Robot Godzilla plush. I'm not sure how tall it is, but I'm assuming it's about like 6 inches, maybe like a Bandai figure, or maybe 8 inches tall. I don't know. And then the Sega Shin Godzilla plush, who barely like fits into the frame, but that's what he looks like next to them. And then here's Yuri. And then finally Max from Max and Ruby. So overall, these Squishmallow Godzilla characters, they're pretty cool. I'm glad I got them, but the thing that'll be like the most unforgiving, I guess, would be not getting to these like in a video ever since I got them 3 years ago. So yeah, I don't know why. Like, I was thinking about making a video of these things like at some point, but I just never got to doing it for some reason. I don't know. 2023 was a bit weird, which I think is when I got these for my birthday. So yeah. And I got more plushies that I haven't reviewed yet either, so I'll get to those in maybe the next video. But I'll be doing one at a time since they are distinctly like different series, so yeah. But anyways, I guess that's all for today, at least for this video. But yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video, so later.